Welcome to Blood in the Water, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle set in Tampa, Florida. My name is Bolther, I'm your storyteller, and tonight I have my three players, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and we're going to start with Darwin.
Hi, I'm Darwin. I'm playing Stan, a newbie vampire who's still trying to figure a lot of this stuff out.
And let's go with Jen.
Okay, I'm playing Layla. She's a Toreador vampire in an all-vampire band, and she plays the bass.
And Aloysius.
Hello, I'm Aloysius. I play Silas. He is a Ventru fixer, likes to make people's problems go away, resident coterie dad, just trying to get through the nights with minimal issues.
Just put blood
varying success.
Just put blood on the table for his family, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Previously on Blood in the Water. An opportunity to open for Carpathian Cross has been offered to the band, and they accepted without question. Doyle expressed his uneasiness with some of the members and thinks changes might need to be made. If things do not progress to his level, Doyle said he might consider going off on his own. Silas took his nephew Arthur to the movies, and they had a great night. A spoiler showed up at the end with an impromptu visit from Baron Deshaun Taylor. The Baron asked questions about who had triggered the gunfire at the race and asked if Silas would be willing to help find the mystery person. Silas did his best to be diplomatic, knowing this was putting him into a tight spot with his new coterie. Stan came across records that show he did business with a CC Productions, a catering and entertainment company in West Tampa. While seeming completely normal, he has no memory of being there. He considers asking his coterie for assistance in finding out more. Okay, and we are going to begin the night with Layla.
Okay.
So I would like to have you make a rouse check, please.
Okay.
And we are about a night or two from last episode.
What did I get? So, I got a 1.
You got a 1. All right. Okay. Actually, nope, you got 1 success, so you are not any hungrier. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alrighty. You guys are having another rehearsal at Donnie's house, which is kind of your impromptu.
At the garage.
At the garage, yeah.
We are a garage band now.
Yeah, it's
okay.
And the heat doesn't bother you like most people it would. Donnie puts out a couple fans though to blow into the garage just to make it look good.
Cool.
Considering you guys aren't sweating or anything like that, just so the neighbors don't get,
weird.
How are those pale people in black all standing in the garage and not sweating their balls off,
Yeah.
So, what song would they be, perhaps rehearsing?
Let's see. I had some more that I didn't add in here. I should have added.
One of these days, I'll write up a list of what the songs were so we can remember them. But
yeah, well, I've got little, like I said before, I pulled it off of This Band Isn't Real, on Twitter. So there's one called Bridge of Doomed Souls. That might be good.
Yeah. That sounds very heavy. I like it.
It's my favorite song.
Yeah. That was our wedding song. So you guys are practicing that. Doyle isn't there. It's just the three of you practicing.
All right.
And
he'll show up whenever.
Yep. And as you guys are finishing that song, you see 2 cars pull up outside. One is Doyle's kind of beat up Honda Accord. It's orange or something like that. Whatever cheap car he could drive.
All right.
And up next to it pulls up a BMW. This like shiny blue, maybe only a year or 2 old. This
That's
BMW
not
pulls up.
Normal.
And
go ahead.
Doyle steps out of the car and just kind of looks up the garage and just kind of waves to you guys.
Hey.
And out of the BMW steps this very corporate-looking guy. He's got kind of short blonde hair. He's got polo shirt on. He's wearing khakis, really expensive-looking shoes. He gets out and gets up and shakes Doyle's hand. They don't look like these two guys would ever would ever potentially meet. But then the two of them start walking up towards the garage.
You guys know that guy at all?
No, says Donnie. He's like, I don't know. He just.
I don't know.
And you kind of watch them walk up, and Doyle says, "Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Let's just kind of have a quick talk."
Okay. And I unplug the bass from the amp and wait.
He says, "This is Gene. He's gonna be our new manager."
Oh.
And the guy just brightens up and just puts on his $1 million smile, and he's like, "Hey, Gene Price." Puts out his hand to Layla.
Hi. I'm Layla.
And he gives you this like firm handshake. He's like, "Layla,
Yeah.
bass player. Heard amazing things about you so far."
Oh, good.
And he goes over to Amadeus, who just kind of gives him a weak handshake. Donnie is kind of non-committal. He's at the back, maybe just grunts.
Sounds like him.
Doesn't
It
say
does.
And Doyle kind of comes and stands next to Layla.
Okay.
And he's like, and he whispers to her, he's like, "This is gonna be good for us. Don't worry."
Okay.
Well, hey, and this is Gene. Hey, it's great to meet you guys. I think you're gonna be very happy with what we can do for you. Everything is all set up for your gig with Carpathian Cross. Now everything's set up. We are going to actually help you with some of the merch. We're going to have a merch table there. We are going to see if maybe we can get you played on one of the local radio shows. Obviously, late at night, they don't play a lot of what do you
Doom
guys
metal,
call it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's doom metal mostly. Yeah.
Doom metal. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. But we're gonna see if we can get you some airplay on there. Now I wanted to talk to you guys. Now I know the Vale has been your home for a really long time, and Mr. Dewar has treated the band really well. I get it. I understand loyalty.
Yeah.
But I think you guys need to get out there, So I've been working on a deal for you to go play at a club in West Tampa. It's called the Inferno. It's a much bigger place. Doyle was mentioning there might be some complications with the location, though. And Doyle just doesn't really say anything. He's like, "Yeah, we'll discuss that as a band." Gene's like, "Okay, I can keep working on the deal if you guys feel comfortable going over there, and I think it would be a great move for you. I think it just would be two places to play at in Tampa to help you branch out and again move on to bigger places." So, is there anything I can answer for you guys?
How much are we paying you?
Well, we could get into the contract. I think Doyle has the contract.
I look over at Doyle like, okay.
He's like, I got it. Don't worry about it. It's fair.
Okay.
We there's some percentage points on some of the merch, some things like that, but
That's typical.
Pretty standard stuff. I think you'll be okay with it. And Doyle says, "I think we want to discuss this as a band. Do you think you could give us some time, Gene?" And Gene's like, "Of course, no problem." Reaches into his pocket, pulls out business cards, and hands them to everybody. And he's like, "I'll let you guys talk. great meeting everybody. Really looking forward to working with you. Have a great night.
Hey, bye.
And he spins and kind of goes back to his, as he's walking and pulls out his phone, starts chatting to somebody else, and gets in his car and pulls away.
Wow, that's about as corporate as I've ever seen.
Did you want to read the business card?
Yeah. I just looked at it for a minute because I'm,
Sure.
watched him walk away. What's it say?
Gene Price, VP of corporate operations for a company called CC Productions with an address in West Tampa.
Never heard of them, but they seem to be local to where they want us to go play.
Yep.
So, all right.
So you have never heard of this company? So
No, I have no idea what this is. I don't know who he is.
Okay.
But Doyle seems to know, so I'm okay.
Doyle says, "All right, do we want to just do this now? Do we want to
We're all here.
Look at this contract?"
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right. We are going to have Layla make some rolls to see what she can figure out about it.
Okay.
It will
Make
not,
those rolls.
it will not. It will not involve a finance roll. Don't worry.
I heard finance. What happened?
There is only one person who has to
We
make.
can't all be
finance
as
rolls.
good as Stan in that department.
He has to be good at something, okay?
Let's go. You know what? Let's go with intelligence and streetwise.
Okay.
Because at a basic level, you know how to do math, but you want to see if you're getting hustled.
Yeah, we're streetwise. There it is. Okay. What did I get? Oh, no. It's a 0.
No successes.
Yeah, it all reads like gibberish. I don't
yeah.
know what all this corporate speak is, and
words,
percentages,
words.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like, I trust my buddy Doyle. Okay. Donnie does not seem interested in reading the contract. He's just, all right, man. Let's just get back to playing. All right, now that Doyle's here, we got a singer, and we have another gig next week. Now you have one more show before the show with Carpathian Cross. So you guys will be, and that's actually that next show is gonna happen in episode 9. So you'll have another chance to up your skills to see how the band does potentially for in episode 10, the show with Carpathian Cross. So
okay.
So anything that Layla wants to ask anybody else in the band? Anything?
Asmodeus, you've been quiet. What do you think?
I
mean, you're normally quiet, but
yeah.
We need your opinion too.
I suspect something is up with Doyle, and he's not telling
What?
us anything.
Why would he do that?
He's so he seems so far. Seems to just want to race ahead without the rest of us.
What do you mean?
I mean,
we're the contract's here. We all just talk to the same guy. I mean, I don't get it.
I don't know. And he kind of bites his lip. He's like, I know he's your sire. You can't really speak badly of him. I've known Doyle longer than you, and when he gets impatient about something, he seems ready to just drop anchor where he wants to go and kind of stay there for a little while, and then when he's ready to move on without maybe picking up the rest of the crew, he pulls up anchor and sails on. So just watch yourself, Layla.
All right.
And he goes back to playing with his keyboard.
Okay,
and
he's
doing
done.
his,
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else she wants to do before we switch?
Plug the bass back in and start playing again.
Okay. Okay. We are going to switch over to Silas next.
All right.
And I would need a rouse check, sir.
All right. Failure, just
Ooh.
barely.
All right. All tonight is a night where he decides he's going to go check his mailbox over at the post office. It's kind of what he usually does, maybe like once a week. Gets in there, maybe a bulb was out in the place. It's starting to look pretty run down for a post office. Gets his mail, is flipping through things, and he has a neon flyer, again, maybe like bright yellow neon. He takes a look at it. Has a picture of that same dog from that last flyer he got from dispatch. Has that very same dog on there.
All right.
And it reads, "This poor puppy has gotten loose again. We really need him picked up and brought back to his family." And you look down below, and there's an East Tampa address on there, but it has that same phone number on it that presumably was that pager number that you reached dispatch. And it says, "We miss our boy so much. Please bring him home."
All right. I'll call the number.
Okay, it's just a pager number, so it just beep. So you actually do get a call back in about 15 minutes, and it's this really heavily, almost sounds like there's an effect on it, like covering up the voice.
Like really distorted sounding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you hear this. "You called?"
Yeah, just saw the flyer. Got a lost puppy that got out again.
"Yeah. You're the one who picked him up before, right?"
If we're talking about the same puppy, then yeah.
"Well, he's wanted again."
Anything more to go off of there?
Nah. They're offering double though, the first payment though. But this is for somebody else. That's all I can say. Click.
All right. And then I'll sort of like mull it over for a second, because East Tampa is Baron Montenegro's domain, correct?
Yes. You've
Okay.
And you have not met him.
Okay. Do I know anything about him?
Well, let's read the notes. And that would be the Barony of East Tampa. From Belmont Heights down through Ybor City over to the Hard Rock Cafe, all of East Tampa is controlled by Jesus Montenegro. Splitting with the Camarilla following the fall of the Vienna Chantry, the former Tremere Primogen stood aside as the Second Inquisition ravaged the city's holdings in Tampa. Naming his organization the Black Tears, the Anarch Gang quickly took control of the port of Tampa and all valuable assets of eastern Hillsborough County. The first declared Baron of Tampa, Montenegro ironically seeks no fealty from others. The Baron has instead isolated himself from the other territories, choosing to stay out of the rising hostilities in East Tampa and Pinellas County. Actually, that should say West Tampa and Pinellas County. The Baron does not accept visitors. Newcomers must follow the traditions or are put down quickly.
All right. Okay. Well,
how about we give you a second to mull this over, and we're gonna switch over to Stan.
Okay.
And then we'll give you a little bit to mull it over. Okay. We're gonna switch over to Stan, and I need a rouse check, sir.
Okay.
And he is successful. Alrighty. Well, it's been a busy couple nights for Stan. He's found out a lot recently, and he has a couple options probably with what he could do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through those options to give you some time to kind of think about potentially what he might want to do. He might choose to take none of the options and go another way and make the storyteller scramble, which is fine. One of his options is to go find this CC Productions place. He has the address in West Tampa where it's at. He could go find them. He could, kind of going along with that, he could get help, say, from Silas or Layla to potentially go along with them. A second option for him could be to check in with Baron Underwood. He hasn't seen her in a couple nights. Technically, she's his boss. He could ask her for her opinion on what's going on. A third option would be try to find Emily again. She's the girl from the races, and ask her for more questions. To do that, you would probably need to contact Layla to go through her contacts to help find where Layla might potentially be.
All right.
So I'm going to let you kind of mull those over for a second. I'm going to switch back to Silas and kind of let him kind of continue his scene and kind of let you kind of think about what you might want to do. So, okay, sorry, switching back to Silas.
All right. Well, after mulling it over for a second, my gutting instinct would be to call Stan and ask him where he is.
Okay. and we can do that. We can have you guys start talking, and let's do that. So are you just old school calling him, or are you gonna text him?
If I call him,
Okay.
I call him. That shows him I mean business.
Exactly. Who the hell calls people anymore? You just text people. So okay. Ringy dingy. Stan, you're getting a call from Silas.
Oh, hey. Then picks up the phone. Hello.
Where are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi. I'm fine. Where are you?
Sorry. My house right now?
Okay. All right. Where is that?
South Tampa.
All right, we'll stay there. I'm coming over.
So he tells you the address. You know where it is. We'll keep it simple. So
Sounds
okay.
good. I hang up and I start driving to his house.
Okay.
Well, that was a weird call. Back to research.
Okay. As you're driving, Silas, let's have you make a wits and awareness roll, and it's going to be difficulty 3.
All right, the wits awareness. Wow,
Ooh.
0
Oh.
successes. What a load of trash.
Alrighty. You barely remember getting there. You just have one of those drives. You're like, I don't remember driving here, but somehow I got here safely.
Yep. Yeah. Apparently, I gotta take the penalties from last week, where I saw literally everything possible.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. You. What kind of house does Stan live in?
A McMansion.
Okay. All right. So it's so does he have probably has it's probably a gated community. So you probably so when Silas gets up to the gate, they're like, "Who are you visiting?"
Stan.
Stan. What's Stan's last name?
I don't know Stan's last name.
Do you have the address where you're going?
Yes.
Okay. Can you insert your driver's license? Okay. And literally, this is what they do at my place. So just following what happens every day. Okay. You hear some happy music, and it comes back and says thank you, and your license gets spit out, and a gate opens.
All right.
Okay. And you wind
Drive
through.
on through.
You wind through the beautifully landscaped front entrance, and you pull up to Stan's house. It's brightly lit.
Alright.
It's almost immaculate because again he's rich. So
I also probably roll his eyes and then get out of the car and go and knock on the door.
okay.
In a little peephole, you can see Stan looking in. Opens it up. Ayo.
Okay.
So.
People are looking for you again. Maybe the people that tried shooting at you. Maybe not. And it's probably the Baron of East Tampa, most likely, or someone closely associated with him.
Well, if there's a chance it's the people that shot at me, I don't want to take that chance.
Obviously, alright. And then I sort of like push my way into his house.
Describe your house, Stan.
Oh, he's like inside. Oh God. Take off your shoes, please.
He'll stop. He'll stop and he'll take off his shoes.
Okay. Stan's, for a lot of time when he worked at home for the last few months, so it is surprisingly clean, very modern. Everything's white, a lot of smart technology, thermostat, all that. There are some little nail holes by the windows. He boarded them up before. Until he remembered, yeah, I can just put the curtains on it.
Blackout curtains are a thing that exist.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Oh, also, just a heads up, Stan. Deshaun paid me a visit last night.
Deshaun. Okay. He's the Baron from... I'm actually trying to remember this. He's the Baron from the place that Stan was sired in. Or told to get out of. Yes, okay. Oh! What did he say?
Well, he wanted me to hand you over to him to question you because Riley got shot at because you were getting shot at and he didn't appreciate that, so he wants to find out what you know and who the people shooting at you were so he can go after them. And I said I wasn't really willing to hand you over, but I would definitely like to know who started shooting at you because I'm implicated by association with you. So I would like to know exactly what the hell's going on, Stan.
Well, that is the golden question right now. I would like to know why I got shot at, turned into a vampire. All this, that'd just be wonderful to figure out. But, yeah, so did he seem like he wanted me for questioning? Or he wanted me to, like...
Well, he didn't sound like he wanted to kill you, but he definitely didn't sound like he didn't want to hurt you, so take that how you will.
Okay. Stan, as they're walking, I imagine Stan, like, leads him to a room that's now, like, just full of bulletin boards and, like, strings tied together. It's, like, it's not a theory board, but it's, like, what I know so far. Okay, so, this is what I got so far. So far, the people I know is my boss. But to them, they want me to work for them. I'm probably know something I don't. Baron that visited you the other day, was told to get out of his area. I'm confused what he wants to do with me. Lady from the other day at the racetrack. Riley, yes. They at least...
Emily.
Yeah, Emily, actually.
I was one of the two.
Emily?
I just wasn't sure.
It's
It's fine. It's fine.
For some reason,
It's
I thought
okay.
Emily was the energy drink girl. I'm
No,
confusing
that's,
them. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's I don't remember.
I have this written down actually.
The important things.
Stop. Riley, he's like, okay, yeah. At least I know from her is she got me out of the area, and at least she doesn't want me dead, which is more than I can say for the rest of these people.
Yeah.
So, if we're going to be...
Also, interesting fact, seemingly, she was not willing to tell Deshaun everything that she knew, and he knows that she's hiding something from him. So I think talking with her would be a good next step into at least figuring out another facet of this multifaceted puzzle that is mess that you've somehow created.
I've done nothing but wake up in an alley, okay?
First off, we don't know that, so don't say that. You could have done so much that we don't know about.
Okay. But yeah,
I get
good
your
idea to...
meaning, though.
What was that?
I get your meaning, though.
Yeah. So if we're going to meet with someone, it's probably Riley, since they have the two advantages of they probably know a lot about me, and they don't want me dead.
As far as we know.
Both, I mean, they saved my life the other day, so...
You could have ulterior motives. We don't know.
I'm gonna say optimistic about this, at least.
That is your choice. I
Yep.
will not.
Fair. Also, while you're here, do you know anything about, say, like, shuffling through his notes, like, CC Productions?
Do I know anything about CC Productions?
No.
No, that does not mean anything to me.
Okay, catering company that I think I worked for? I don't know, memory fuzzy of that part.
What exactly is the extent of your amnesia?
I don't know, man. If I don't remember the night I was sired. I also don't remember this catering company.
Seemingly, you also totally forgot about an uncle that you didn't know that you maybe had.
Stan never said they were his uncle.
I thought he mentioned that when he was going over everything.
I don't know if he said it to you guys. Baron Underwood knew it was your uncle.
All right.
But
well,
I don't.
Then, okay.
Yeah,
well, then
yeah.
for the time, retcon. Didn't
Yep,
say
yep.
that.
Yes. Stan would not
Until I
want
go
to mention
back
that.
I would say until I go back and rewatch the footage. Retcon. Didn't say that.
Whatever. Prove me wrong. That's fine.
Fair. Okay. But yeah. Riley?
Emily.
Good enough place to start, I
I'm
think.
about to change her name to Riley.
I know she's been renamed.
Wait, is it Riley?
It's Emily.
It's Emily.
Emily's her
Emily?
name.
Frickin' hell!
I think at this
Yeah.
point I'm just gonna retcon her to
She's Riley now. Yeah.
Okay, I'll vibe with it. Sure, it's a cool
Okay.
name.
All right, I'll just go through my notes and just everywhere it says Emily change to Riley. Okay.
No, it's fine.
Actually, I think it would be
No,
hilarious
that's
if you
my
kept.
mistake.
I think it'd be awesome if you guys keep calling her the wrong name and expect help from her.
She'll be like, "Who the hell are you talking about? That's not my name."
Right.
The amnesia's getting even stronger.
Yep, it's projecting onto me now.
He has AoE amnesia.
But yes, I think Emily is a good place to at least start.
Alright.
I'd rather not deal with Baron Montenegro and his people because I don't know how many warlocks are working for him. And he himself is one, and I'd rather not have him boil me from the inside out.
Excuse me, Warlock?
He's a Tremere. They're blood mages.
Okay.
And unlike Deshaun and Cassandra, I haven't met him, so I can't exactly vouch for how he'll react if we go and try and meet with him.
Alright, understood.
Okay. You know from the last time that to find Emily, you had to go through Layla's contacts to find her. So you guys can probably give Layla a call if you'd like, and drag her.
If we're still in rehearsal, I'm not gonna hear it.
Yeah, they send you a message when you're done with rehearsal. It's probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock by now. By the time you see the message, so
okay.
You respond
so I read the
back.
message.
Yep.
What does it say?
I don't know. What does it say?
What's it say?
I guess did I send the message or did you send the message, Stan?
Does Stan even have her number?
I don't know.
I don't know if he does.
Okay, then I sent the message.
Yeah. Okay.
Saying, looking for Emily, could use your help.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm gonna text that back. Hang on, and I'm gonna contact the same person that I contacted before, trying to find Emily.
Yep. Let's do.
And
it's going to be your intelligence. Actually.
Okay. No.
It's going to be your intelligence, and let's go with streetwise. And then we're also going to include your contacts.
Okay. Wait, the intelligence sort of stopped. Where's contacts on here?
It's
there it
actually,
is.
Yep.
Wow, I'm like rolling all these things. Okay. Oh wait, that didn't give me what I needed.
Do you want me to roll for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do more than 2, I don't know what I'm doing
It's okay.
anymore.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm including streetwise because the last time you went through them, people shot at you. So you got 5 this time.
Okay. So.
And the information you get is that she was spotted at a West Tampa nightclub named. I'll let people guess.
Inferno.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay. So I text back. All right. My contact says that she's might be at the Inferno in whichever.
Yep. West Tampa.
Part of
Yep.
West Tampa.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm assuming at this point that I'm actually contact with the bartender there.
Yeah. You rolled really well, and you trust this person's opinion maybe a little more than the last person. It is not a goth club per se. It's probably more of your standard nightclub. So you would probably need to dress fairly well unless you're going to, Jedi mind trick the bouncers to let you in. But it is it's a pretty well-known place. So you guys would probably need to be dressed appropriately to go.
Okay. Well, here's an adventure. Since you guys sound like I'm texting you this. If you guys are together, just come pick me up at my house. You've been there, Silas.
All right.
And Stan. So yeah. Meanwhile, Layla's going back to her house and putting away her base and all that, and trying to find something in her closet that would let her into this club. Like, what combination would work?
I've got black, and black.
So much black.
Yes, but they're different.
This is a lighter shade of black.
There are different minute shades of black.
There's different, yes.
That's right.
There's some, and some have smaller sleeves, and some are like full on. You're at a wedding, so I mean,
They got a very dark shade of white. Oh no, that's just black.
I'll say, as soon as I sort of like read that, I'll like turn to Stan. What is Stan wearing right now?
He doesn't wear a suit at home, but like he's like has like a button up and like jeans.
All right, that suffice, or should he change?
I don't know. It might be okay.
I'll sort of like eye him up, and I'll be like, "You might want to dress a little more business casual. We're going out."
And Stan would have probably heard of this club. It was probably not the kind of place he would go to normally. It's where the kids go, But yeah, so he's probably heard of it. He's probably like, I've never been there in my life, but
It exists. I know that.
Yep.
But yeah, Stan probably has something like that in his wardrobe, right?
Yeah. It's worth a shot, right? How about Silas? Is he dressed to go out, or is he?
Yeah, he's wearing like dress pants, dress shoes, sort of like a white dress shirt with a top couple buttons unbuttoned, and then he's got a blazer on.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll just assume, for brevity's sake, you take one car. We'll say we'll say Silas drives.
That's cool.
Goes
And then
over.
Layla shows up with like a dress that looks like the top of a tank top, but like flashier, and has like a skirt that's kind of like loose underneath, and these cute little shoes that are shoes but look like ballet slippers. So she's like, "This will work."
All right. You guys head over to West Tampa. The club almost looks like an old church. It's built with kind of huge, almost like a steeple at the top. If it wasn't an old church, you could see that they converted it to almost look like one. There are huge line outside. There's probably about 20 people, maybe 30 people in line. The music outside is deafening. You can only imagine what it's going to be like inside. When you pull up, and I want to have I think the most observant one is Dad. Let's have you make a wits and awareness roll as you pull up.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Said Dad, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to
Dad,
make
I'm
sure
like-
we were talking about me.
Yeah.
Wits awareness. I will blood surge for this one, actually.
Okay.
I get a bit hungrier. Oh well.
Okay.
This is the world we live in. Okay. Wits awareness.
3 successes.
3 successes.
As you guys are parking, you guys have to park about a block away, walk over. As you're walking up, you spot a guy you're almost positive is one of Deshawn's. Is outside on the other side of the entrance. So say you're coming from the west, going east towards the door. On the other side of the doorway is one of Deshawn's guys.
All right. Sort of like point him out to the other two.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
You guys jump in line. Anyone want to try to talk their way in faster?
Oh my!
You
I don't
are-
know if I'm as good as that as anyone else. Probably not.
You are vampires, so.
Got
Yes.
3 persuasion and beautiful. I'm ready for this. I was made for this.
There you go.
This was my destiny.
That's up to you guys.
To wear a suit and go and
Wear a suit and go meet a lady at a nightclub.
yes, to find out about my mysterious past.
Well, Layla, you do have your presence. You could
Oh
use.
right, I forgot how that goes.
Stan has presence. I think you all have presence. I think.
Yeah, but I'm only good at scaring people.
Okay. Stan has awe, which I would believe Layla would have as well.
I can't even find it.
That's fine, and I can tell you what it does.
Add
It
the
should
persuasion
be-
rating of any
Should be
skill
an
roll.
other for you.
Persuasion or
Yeah.
All
performance.
right, there's persuasion. I see that one. I don't know what the rest was. What was it? Sorry.
I'll
You-
copy and paste it real quick.
It's adding to your charisma, your persuasion or performance rolls.
Yep. And then John adds to your intimidation rolls,
Yeah.
which is what
Okay, I'm not gonna get this straight.
Okay,
you
that's
just
fine.
do
That's fine.
this because
That's
it's you do
That's
more than
fine.
2 and I'm lost.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if she can basically charm her way towards the front of the line,
Oh.
and she's going to use her manipulation and her persuasion, And she's going to add 1 die to that. And we're going to roll it. Oh, 4 successes.
Oh, wow.
You get up, and the gorilla at the front is like, I've never seen you here before.
Well, lucky you. It's my first time here. You must be astute. We just wanted to check out the club.
I ain't astute. My name's Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy. Sorry. Yeah, we're just here to have fun like everybody else.
These 2 guys with you?
Yep.
And he kind of looks over Silas for a second, switches to Stan, and he kind of just shrugs at Stan. Looks back to Silas. He's like, "Do I gotta pat you down?"
Oh, no, I don't carry any weapons ever.
I didn't mean you. I meant him.
Oh, okay.
I'll reach into my pocket, and I said, I just have these, and I'll pull out my brass knuckles.
He's like, he's under Layla's spell for the moment. He's like, yeah, I guess those are all right.
Yeah, you must have a difficult job having to discern all of these things.
I gotta look at a lot of stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
come on. He's like, he lifts up the velvet rope.
All right. Thanks, Jimmy. Bye.
And bye. And all right. And you guys are in the front door. It is probably twice as loud now when you get in here.
Oh well. I'm
so,
in a band. Everything's loud.
Yes. Yeah.
This is my life.
You get in there. You see that there is there's a second floor that's been built in, where there looks like there's a bar up there. Looks like there's 2 bars downstairs. There is a huge stage at the back, huge compared to the Veil. It's probably twice as big as the Veil. Right now there's a hip hop group on stage, so there's a lot of people down by the stage dancing. It's just people just dancing everywhere. You are now in a sea of people looking for one redheaded girl. So then this is where it's probably going to get challenging.
Yeah.
Now you guys have seen her before, so you do know who you're looking for. But now to find her in this crowd. Now, are you going to separate? Are you gonna stay together? What would be
Separating's never good.
I don't know why people always say that. I mean, you split the party. It's fine. So
no.
Well,
It sounds like a great idea. What's the worst that could happen?
Unknown environment. We don't know what to expect here.
We don't know who's watching us. Yeah.
We know at least one of Deshaun's people is here.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna have you guys all make a. It's gonna be a little harder. It's gonna be difficulty 5. I'm gonna have you guys make a wits and.
Okay.
Let's go wits and awareness.
Wits and awareness.
Seems appropriate.
Because there's so many people going by and all that. Okay.
There's awareness. Okay.
Stan, okay, you're in a nightclub. Okay.
This is a club.
You're in a nightclub.
Layla knows she's in a specific nightclub.
Ooh!
Oh. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. Silas, you see a red-headed lady at the bar on the left.
All right.
And you're like, that has to be her.
Okay. I will very confidently start walking in her direction.
I guess I'm gonna follow.
Stan comes behind.
And as you get up there, you're like, hey, Emma. It's not her. It's actually a man with long red hair.
Oh no.
And he's like, do I know you?
No, I thought I knew you from behind. My apologies.
He's like, I get that a lot. He's like, my name is... Oh, names aren't important. and seems to start wanting to chat you up. Do you talk back to him, or do you stay on task?
I say inside, Silas is probably dying a little bit, but the outside he's trying to remain as composed as possible and just say, "Sir."
Stan and Layla, this isn't her, obviously.
Yeah, this isn't okay. Whatever.
Sir, my apologies. I am just trying to find someone. I don't really have the time to chat.
He says, "Well, if you need somebody, I'll be here for a while."
I will make note of that.
He just kind of gives you a wink. All right.
And I'll turn back to the other two, and I'm he'll just look ashamed. He'll just look ashamed in himself.
All right. I'm gonna have Stan and Layla make another roll.
Okay.
Silas is too ashamed for the moment to make
Yeah.
to make another roll.
Same as before.
Yes, same as before, and it's gonna be a little easier this time.
Okay. Oops. I only did one. If that was me.
4! Holy
Four.
shit!
It wasn't.
Yes.
Messy,
Yep.
critical.
You find.
I only rolled one thing. If that was me, I don't know if that's me. Is
That
that
was it.
wasn't? Okay.
Wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. All right. Then I'll find awareness again and try.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know you're in the club, but Stan finds
There are people
Emily.
dancing around me.
Emily. And he finds Emily on the dance floor, dancing with these two girls. You're amazed that she's in here because she looks so young, but on the other hand, knowing what she is, so Stan goes, "There she is, right there."
Oh. Well, you found her.
Silas will sort of like crouch down and look into the crowd and just be like,
Oh yeah, there
"Yeah,
she is.
that's definitely her."
Yeah. So, you found her. What did you want to talk to her about? Stuff.
Yes,
You know-
stuff.
She knows more about Stan than she's letting on. Plus, she didn't tell Deshawn everything that she knew, so she's
Holding out.
holding out on him. So perhaps she's a bit more reliable than some other third parties we know of at the moment. So potentially she could help us piece some of this together a bit more.
Okay. So, how many people is she dancing with? Like, not the whole crowd, but like the group that's like with her.
Two girls, we'll say.
Two girls. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, if any of them are human, not something else,
From what you can tell,
they'll be in the bathroom soon, and drunk girls will tell you anything in a bathroom if you're another girl. So
okay.
I could just wait a minute,
You could wait.
see what they know.
I double check one of my abilities really quick. Okay. I'm gonna use Sense the Beast
Okay.
to determine whether the other two girls with her are supernatural creatures or not.
Okay. Does that require a rouse check?
Does not.
Okay.
Wow.
Because he's already at 3 hunger, so.
Yeah, you're gonna go berserk.
And being in a nightclub is not a good
Nope,
place.
it's a level 1 discipline, so it doesn't require a roll.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. With all of the noise and flashing lights, he's gonna have to probably get a little closer to be able to. So they're
that's fine.
they're probably 10 feet away right now. So he might have to get up to about maybe 5 feet away.
Alright. Like, he'll get a little bit closer just to
Okay.
be able to sort of like
Okay.
Since he's like trying to hone in on specific people, then he'll get a little bit closer to try to focus on them.
One of the girls, while she's moving, she kind of looks over and she kind of smiles at you. She kind of nudges her friend. Her friend looks over you, kind of like, and they kind of shout something into each other's ear and start laughing. And then Emily turns and looks at you, and you did not meet her the other night.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
No.
Only Layla and Stan met her.
Yeah.
So Emily's just kind of looking at you and just kind of looks away and just goes back to dancing. So they look human. From what you can tell, they look ordinary.
No supernatural detection meter going off for them.
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I will then sort of work my way back to the other two then.
Okay.
They're mortal.
Oh, all right.
The two girls with her.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause that's her.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like is this a club that we can like rent a booth or something?
You're rich. I'm sure you could get into the
You've got
VIP
money,
section.
man. You can do whatever you
do
want.
anything you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So much money.
Your resources for you can make it rain anytime you want. So.
Yes. Okay. If we're gonna talk, we should probably talk somewhere quieter. So I'm gonna get a booth.
Okay. You hit up one of the servers, and she brings over a manager to you. Yeah, can I help you? You were a little busy tonight, but I heard you wanted a table.
Yeah. Just anyone. Stan looks up. Is there like a second floor somewhere, just far away from all the noise?
And she kind of looks back at your clothes and is kind of judging you at first and goes, "Well, sir, they are kind of expensive."
Just please tell me which table is available.
She's like, "Okay," getting the point. Okay. She says, "Yeah, just give me about 2 minutes, and would you like bottle service as well?"
No.
Okay. Then she, within about 2-3 minutes, she comes back, kind of waves you over, like, "Come on."
All right. Stan goes along.
Okay.
I guess we're following.
Okay. So you head upstairs to your table. It's roped off. It's somehow it is managed to be a little quieter. Somehow they built some acoustic blocking things. You're not quite sure how they did it. But you get to a table, and it's just the three of you sitting there then.
Okay.
So now what?
I'll go get her. Before the manager leaves, he hands him like an extra, like, I don't know how much, 200. So just don't bring anyone. We don't need a wait or anything. Don't bother us.
Yes, sir. Anything you want.
Okay, I'll go get her now.
Okay. So you go down. Now I want to make you make a roll. Let's have you make another wits and awareness.
Double crit, you can do this.
Double crit. I was like, after
I got
Stan
one.
gets up,
God damn it.
I'll just turn to Layla and be like, "Must be nice just throwing money around at everything."
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I've never had much money.
As
not my life.
As Stan's moving through the crowd, he bumps into a very large gentleman, all dressed in black. And the guy's like, "The fuck? Watch where you're going."
Yeah, sorry, man.
All right, you walk by him. He kind of stops and kind of watches you walk away. Okay, and you see where Emily is.
Yeah. While they're dancing, if there's a moment they're like slowing down or stopping for a minute, then just goes up there, taps her on the shoulder, or gets in front of her and is like, "Hey."
And she's like, "What are you doing here?"
I need to talk just for a minute, real quick. Like,
She's
upstairs.
looking around. She's going, You're not supposed to be over here." She's like, all right, where?
Points at the table. You're upstairs. He gives the location.
Okay. And she just follows you. She's just kind of looking through the crowd. You do catch a glance at the guy in black. Now kind of watches you walk by with Emily. And you guys get upstairs and get to the booth, and she's, you I know, and she points at Layla. She says,
Yeah, we've met.
him I don't. What's going on?
Hey. So we're in like a secluded location, yeah?
Yeah.
So, keeping secrets from Deshawn, huh? That has me intrigued.
I'm just trying to keep the peace.
Well, maybe you can help us out. Put some clues together. Figure out what exactly the hell is going on and who wants Stan so badly and why.
And she slides into the booth. She says, all right, none of this leaves this table. If anything, because I'm going to deny. I'm already in enough trouble as it is. And she says, Stan, you were embraced by accident. There's the child of a certain kindred who she somehow must have got a hold of you somehow and embraced you. When it came out, I was the one who was told. I try to kind of work to clean things up around here, and we had to make you disappear. So it was decided we're going to drop you somewhere else, and hopefully, she says, I know this sounds cold, but we were hoping you'd end up dead and the problem would go away. But here you are again, and you are the result of an accident that is going to embarrass someone.
Wow.
Okay, who's the someone?
The someone is, I don't want to give out any more names. I'm just gonna say they're very connected to the Anarchs in East Tampa.
All right. That puts a couple pieces together at the very least. What happened to this kindred? Are they still walking the earth, going about business as usual?
And she kind of looks around. She's like, yeah, she's here in West Tampa. She's not supposed to have contact with anyone, and somehow something you did, Stan. I don't know what you did, but she chose you, and well, shit happens, and here we are. So I don't know if I'd advise going to try to find her. I think the best thing for you to do would probably be to just pack up your shit and leave town, because now that's gotten out, they're gonna come looking for you.
Well, they clearly already are, seeing as
Yeah.
were people shooting at him the other night.
Yeah.
And someone just put out a reward for him coming from East Tampa.
Oh shit.
And then I'll sort of like turn to Stan, worth double what Cassandra gave me.
Oh shit. And that means every lowlife in this city, she says, no offense, Mr. And she points at Silas Lambert. And no offense, but every lowlife is now going to be looking for this guy's head to bring back to East Tampa. I'm not giving out any more names.
Okay. I don't know if Anarchs want me dead. They're who was the lady in charge of the Anarchs? I have actually this part written down. Why the fuck do I have Marlon Manson written down, but not the other person?
Close enough.
Well, there's actually three groups of, this is kind of out of character. There's actually three groups of anarchs. So really all the vampires in the city are considered anarchs. But each section of Tampa, East Tampa, South Tampa, West Tampa, have their own like political views. Think of them almost as gangs in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So there's tension between all three. Basically
East, West, and Central.
Yeah, East, West, South. And you guys basically are aligned with South. But now you're in West, which is a different territory. And the person she's alluding to, who won't name it, is in East Tampa, which is another group. So
okay, Stan's boss. They're in South, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Their name again?
Baron Underwood.
Sandra Underwood.
Yep.
Okay, Underwood in South.
Mm-hmm.
He was told to get out of the West. We're in East right now.
We're in West right now.
We're in West right now.
Yes.
Stan was kicked out of the West, and Deshawn's in the West?
Yes.
Deshawn is the Baron of West Tampa.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing this all. I have like a literal second monitor full of sticky notes now.
No problem. No problem.
I love that.
Yeah.
It fits his character. He needs to be putting the yarn and tying all the things together. So.
Right, he's got to go fill in the blanks
Start
there.
wrapping it around the bobby pins and stuff, and just all the red lines.
Okay then. So one of the Anarchs. Stan quickly mentions, we know it's not Underwood, because they wanted me at live at least.
Yes, she would have just killed you by now if she really wanted you dead.
Yeah. So she probably knows something if she... Does she really keep track of every vampire that in her area, or...
They all do. Each Baron probably has at least one or two people who keep track on everyone.
Okay then.
Yeah, they usually have sweepers for that sort of thing. Because obviously they can't be everywhere at once, so they have people for that who report back to them when things are amiss.
Wonder if any of them came to our shows.
Possible. Never know.
Yeah.
Our whole point is kind of to stay under the radar so people don't realize they're there.
Okay. Trying to think. Anything about Deshawn?
You have not met him, and
but he very much wants to meet you.
If you can't tell us who sired me, can you at least tell us where to go to learn more?
She seems... Yeah, she seems kind of hesitant. She's like, just don't stir up any more trouble. That's all I'm asking. I mean, I can tell you... She says, shit. I can tell you who your sire is, but I don't think you want to know. I think you want to just let this go.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
And from the side, you hear a loud voice say, "Emily, who are you talking to?" And when you look over, it is the big guy that you bumped into downstairs. And she says, nobody. These guys are nobody. Just I don't know. I think they're trying to sell me drugs or something. She just gets up. She says, see you guys later. And the guy just watches her turn, just kind of glances at you guys. He's like, and looks at Stan and goes, "You're that little pipsqueak from downstairs."
Oh, yes. Sorry for bumping into you again.
He's like, all right. Turns around, walks downstairs. And now it's just
Okay, that could have been a mess. Yeah, that could have been a mess.
Could have been a mess. Could have been better. But at least we know a bit more now.
A little bit.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Hopefully, at least it's something to go off of at the very least.
Yeah.
So you do still have a couple options to keep digging if you choose to keep digging.
Say, oh, Silas is gonna keep digging.
Yeah.
He's in too deep now. He's gotta know.
Yeah, and I think our band's gonna be playing here in a week or so. I gotta clear when that is, but we'll be back. Or I'll be back. I don't know if they've been here.
The only other two leads I had in mind is Underwood, my boss, who I imagine she's keeping vague about the whole thing with me on purpose. She wanted me to work for her, probably to keep me under her thumb somehow, so it's a bargaining chip. The other idea is figuring out something about CC Productions.
Hold on. And I dig through my purse and yeah, okay, our band just talked to a dude from there. He's gonna manage us or something, I don't know. But yeah, here, look, this is his card. I don't know if that'll help you at all, but you can see his name at least and whatever number he put. I don't know anything about the place. I just met this guy, a few hours ago. But yeah. Very corporate, shiny kind of corporate.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, something Doyle was setting up with, he's been wanting us to get a manager, so I think that's where he's going with it. And
do you know where this place is based out of?
The address is right on the card. It's in.
Read
in
the card. It's
West Tampa.
There. West
Tampa?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, was the dude a normal guy, or was he a vampire?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really look at him that closely. He didn't seem to be bothered by us, so I don't know. It was a short little talk, basically. And I'm not sure if the whole band is into this or not, but yeah, that.
Who in your band brought this manager?
Doyle did. He's been looking for someone to be a manager, and they could set up merch for us, I guess, and yeah. There's a big old contract that I don't think most of us have read yet. That's all I know.
Plot thickens.
Yeah.
And I think that would probably be a good place to wrap up for tonight.
Okay.
And
all right.
I think things are getting interesting. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And I would like to thank my players again. Gonna let them plug anything they have. Usually, Jen, you have something?
Yeah, okay. I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast, which focuses on the Diablo series of games made originally by Blizzard Entertainment and some other companies as well. It's now Activision Blizzard King. New episode comes out every Saturday, typically covering the games, what's new with that, whatever shenanigans are going on with Activision Blizzard. And my previous podcast, which was called Jen's Lore Corner, which talks about the lore of the Diablo series, books, games, and everything else, is now back on the Shattered Soulstone website, and there'll be more coming out whenever I can. So it's shatteredsoulstone.com.
Cool. Any parting thoughts from the players before we close for the night?
Oh, I feel like there's still so much more ground to cover.
The
There's a
conspiracy
lot.
board gets larger.
Yeah. I think. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just like, oh my god. I feel like there's so many things that are all like
Everywhere.
that are like everywhere that seemingly aren't connected, but clearly are to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, how does it all come together? And like, what's
Right.
what's the bigger thing? And why do people hate Stan so much?
How can you hate Stan? He just
Aw.
does finance. He does no hostility. to
Yeah,
anyone.
he's fine. Yeah. I think
Well,
Layla's
people
just
were trying
worried
to
that half
goof
the
you
band
up.
is gonna. I think Layla's worried half the band is gonna not go for this.
Yeah, just be
We'll see.
like,
Mhm.
like we don't need a manager.
Yeah,
Well,
something like that.
we have 2 more episodes in the season to find out where everything's
All
going.
right.
So thank you everyone, and have a great night.
All right. Bye.
Bye.